In this video, I will explain the principle and functions of the user management. The user management is based on groups and users. Within a group, you define the access rights of the users who are members of the group. Within a user, you define the user itself. A user can only be a member of one group. The printer has some predefined groups and users. You can use these predefined groups and users as they are, modify them, or create new ones. There is a user button in the status bar. Tap it to see which user is currently logged in. You can also log out, change the user, or change the password of the current user. You can find all the settings and all the defined groups and users on the page User Management. Just tap on Settings, User Management. On the General page, you can make a number of general settings. You can select whether the selected user is automatically logged in. If you disable this function, the printer will display a user selection dialog box each time the printer is turned on. Here you can set a time for an automatic logout. To disable the function, simply select Never. If something went wrong with user management, you can reset the entire user management to Leibinger defaults. On the Groups page, you can see the settings table for groups and their access rights. Each group is a column. In the cells of the column you can set the access rights for the group. You can allow access for a whole area or for individual pages and functions. The Users page displays the list of users and their properties. In the Access Rights field you can assign the user to one of the groups. You can decide whether or not to set a password for the user. If a user has access to user management, that user can set the passwords for all users. For users with access to user management, it is useful to enter an email address. Especially if there is only one user with access to the user management, the email address is needed to change the password if the user forgets it. Now I will show you how to create a new group with a new user. The new user will only be allowed to work on the home screen. And there the user is only allowed to start or stop the printer and load a new job for printing. First, return to the Groups page. Tap the Add button. Enter a name for the new group and tap OK. The new group will appear as a new column. You can now set the access rights for the group. For this example, just enter the home screen area and select the functions. Then save the settings. To create the new user, go to the Users page. Tap the Add button. Enter a name for the new user and tap OK. The new user appears as a new row. Now set the access rights for the user. Optionally, you can set a password and an email address for the user. Then save the settings. That's it. We're done. Now you can select the new user and verify that the settings are correct. The current user has access rights to all menus and functions. Select the new user. The new user does not have a password, so the password field must remain empty. As you can see, the new user cannot go to any other menu section and some of the functions have disappeared from the home screen. If you need to make further changes to the group or user, switch to a user with access to user management. That was the video about the user management. I hope you enjoyed it.